Sup dudes, it's the Dude Gamer, and I'm here with more of a walkthrough right now. I kind of wanted to try something different, and here I am drawing Celestia. I'm showing you the sketch because I thought it would add more video to it, and kind of show you how I do my sketching. I did a size comparison with her and her sister, Luna, as I did Luna first, and I know I wanted Celestia taller, so just to make sure she looked taller than Luna, I did a size comparison to her, and doing the legs and all that stuff. The legs, I like horse legs, but at the same time I don't, because just the way their hooves are and all that stuff, it's really weird. So I'm using references from my horse tucker as references. Here I'm kind of just doing the final detailed sketch that kind of just adds more detail, like the eyes and like the muscles and like the feathers on her hooves and all that stuff. That I'm really happy with. Kind of doing the long fur down by her hooves is a little difficult to do because just the way it looks, it's a little difficult, but I'm glad with how it looks in general. So for Celestia, I wanted to give her a kind of the look for the same look that she has in My Little Pony, where she kind of has that little hair loop curl thing by her face and all that. And I wanted to give it a kind of different look. I wanted to not look so much like Luna's, but still look like it would be more hair. So I kind of added a little like bang loop. It's kind of hard to explain, not knowing the right terms, but just I wanted to make it more hair-like. Even though Luna too I made it her more hair-like, but Celestia's I just kind of was more difficult to do. Here I'm doing her wings. Bird wings I always have difficult with, just because they're so weird most of the time, so I'm getting my references and like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? It's always good as an artist to look at real life references or other references just so you get it right. Not looking at references and getting it wrong is usually probably the worst thing you do, and it's not bad to use references. So if you ever need help with something, just look up online and look for references. It's never bad. Here I'm doing her armor. I was gonna do the one gem that she has on her necklace, but I decided to do multiple gems as I thought it would kind of be like with her sister, where she has the moon faces on her necklace, but it would actually just be multiple gems, and I'm really glad how it came out. And so I did copy and paste with the leg shoe things, whatever you call them, because it's just a lot easier for me to do than having to individually draw them out. It's a lot easier to just copy paste. It's not the worst thing in the world, since it's just the same thing, and you can always just fix a few things here and there if needed. Here I'm doing the line art. I never could decide how to start the line art, so I just started with her hair, and then just kind of went up from there. Usually it's difficult for me to know what to start on with line art. I usually start off with like the eye or something, but hair I usually start with, and then whatever, especially if it covers the eye or something, I usually then just go off from there. And I don't really have a specific kind of way I do my line art, but I try to just do whatever overlays something, like the hair overlays the eye, and then I kind of just go off from that. And I guess you could say I did her body first, like her body, and then I did her hair, and then I did her wings, yeah. Or I did her wings, her whole body and wings, and I did her hair, but yeah, this is kind of how I went off. So even though I copy and pasted the armor shoe things, I do individually do line art for them. And here I'm struggling with her hair, and then her wings. I kind of gave her wings kind of a dragon kind of thumb look because I think it looks a lot cooler. And then I'm doing her little tail feathers, her butt feathers, you could say. So here I'm doing her hair. It was kind of difficult because doing the long strokes is a very difficult task for me to do half the time. But I am really glad how it looks like. Adding a few little strands here and there to just kind of make it look like it's overlapping each other and twisting and just being hair. This isn't really my best style. I'm not the best at making detailed hair, but I like how it came out. And so I'm doing the coloring. I knew what I wanted because this was more of a redraw of a previous picture I did of them, and I knew what I wanted, but a few changes with things. Like her hooves were actually pink, but then I just changed them to a more gray color, and her wings, I knew from the start I wanted to keep them like the older version where she has the kind of like sun, you know, an evening glow to her wings to kind of make her look more I don't know if powerful the word is, but more queen or princess. She's technically princess look, but just more majestic or beautiful as I see her, and just to also represent her rising and lowering the sun, since, you know, that's Celestia's princess of the sun, I guess, or yeah, whatever, princess of the day, or whatever you want to call her, just as her sister is the princess of the night. She is the princess of the day. So I've actually been trying out different ways of doing armor or metal in general, because I kind of struggle with metal. It's really hard to know like what I do, how I want it, you know, all that stuff. But I think I got a style I really like. Still working on it, but so far I've really liked it. So I hope you've liked it too. So now, her gems I was really happy with, actually, because these type of gems where it's a diamond-esque shape is, I guess, I don't know, I really struggle with, because it's hard to like know like how it would shine off and stuff, but how I did them I'm actually really happy with. It makes them look gem-like, and it makes them look pretty, and I'm really happy with how they came out, so. And I'm talking to my friend, so please ignore that. I'm sorry. This was actually the first time I tried out this style of, I don't know if shading is the word, but a style for doing the gems, so I'm really happy how it came out. So now I'm doing her hair. Her hair actually was fun to do, the color. I knew exactly how I wanted to do it. I was actually just gonna do it kind of like Luna's, where it kind of just fades into different colors, but I decided why not just keep the original show style and just do it with the different sections, I guess is the word. But I did it a little differently. I took each section and I made them a different color, as you see, as I'm doing right here. It was a little difficult though, because some sections went into sections that I wanted to make a different color and all that stuff, but overall I'm really happy with how it came out. And I like how I did the green bangs, how they look like bangs, and then I just kind of add in some color and just all that stuff. Doing her eyes. I've been struggling a lot with how I want to do my eyes. I kind of want to keep that anime-ish look, but not to make it too bright or sparkly and all that stuff, but I finally found a style I think I'm going to keep with for a while. Here I am doing shading. I'm going to be super honest, I suck at shading, especially with pictures like these where I'm kind of in a rush and I don't really do a spectacular job at shading. I usually try to not rush so much at shading, but it's real weird. I always want to just get it done. I don't want to deal with shading, but I usually attempt to take my time. But I'm still glad with how the shading came out in this piece, especially with the feathers. Feathers usually I suck at when it comes to shading, but I think I'm glad with how they came out. And the legs were okay. I probably could have done better, but oh well. And maybe more shading in her body too. Her hair actually was super fun to shade. It was a little difficult at times because just the way it is, but I'm really happy with how I did her hair, and I think I did the same kind of shading style with Luna, but this was different because it's Celestia, so. And it was really difficult because because it constantly goes uneven or something, and you just kind of gotta fix it and all that stuff. So that's what I did, and I'm happy with it. And I'm just shooting her tail. I know I wanted to give her a longer tail, not longer tail, but a longer hair on her tail than Luna. I believe I did, but if I look back, I probably didn't, because I really like Luna and Celestia's long flowing hair and mane and all that stuff. It's really fun to draw and all that stuff. So, and it was a great challenge to try out a more realistic hairstyle. The way I did her highlights on her hair was a little weird at first. I wanted to give it, a hair look, but the way I did it, for some reason I felt like it kind of looked like jelly or plastic, but overall I did like it. So, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.